I guess, project, right? Because basically you guys have drawn out your imaginary scene that fits on the background photo. So what we're doing today is we're putting it together. But this requires a few steps. So I'm going to break it up into a few different videos just so they're not too long, okay? And eventually what we will end up with is what is here on the screen. This is my example, okay? So the first step of what we're going to do is we're going to cut out our hand and the picture that, or the drawing that we made. So we are cutting out our hand and the drawing that we made, and we did take a photo of that. So that's what you're going to use, okay? So step one, so this is what you guys do. You're going to make sure Photoshop's open, okay? And if Photoshop is totally new to you, don't be overwhelmed. We're just going to work with a few tools today. We're not going to work with everything. But all your tools are on the left over here, okay? And the layers dialog box, which kind of shows all the layers that you're working with, is over here. And those two are just important to know where they are, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to open our photo with the hand and the drawing. So go to File, Open. Okay, and I made a folder called Pencil versus Camera on my desktop, and inside that folder I put in my background photo of Tiananmen Square, okay, and I also put in the photograph that I took of my hand holding my drawing. I would advise you do the same thing before you start, that you make a little folder on your desktop and you put these two things in there, okay, so you can keep it organized. So I'm going to select on the photograph of my hand and go Open. And there it is, okay? So what we aim to do in this first step is we're going to cut this out. And I'm going to show you how to use a really cool tool called the magnetic lasso tool, which makes it pretty easy to make a really nice selection cut, okay? So now what we're going to do is you're going to press Command plus. Just once, I think, is enough to zoom in. This is probably as close as you need to be. You don't have to be any closer. If you want to be, you can press Command plus again, Command minus to zoom back out, but that's a nice, easy way to do it, okay? Then over here in your tools, I want you to go to the third tool down. And because I have just used this tool, your tool will probably just be the lasso tool. But what we're going to do, if you two-finger click on that third tool down, the lasso tool, and go down to the bottom, it's called the magnetic lasso tool. And click on that, and that will be selected. And that's the tool that you're going to use. Okay, so let's start here on the bottom. And I'm going to start in the corner. So you really want to make sure that you've got your hand, you can see your whole hand. And the cool thing about the magnetic lasso tool is that when there's an area of high contrast, like right here with my tanned arm and my white background of the white board here, that it does a really good job of it's actually not cutting, but it is selecting the outline, and that's what we're doing. So we're selecting the hand. Okay, the tricky part is now I've come to my drawing, and my drawing is like white paper. So now you're going to actually use your mouse and click around the outside edge, especially because there might be some edges that the magnetic lasso tool is not able to see the high contrast, and it will not be able to select that edge. It will probably go inside the drawing or maybe even outside. Okay, so let's say I do this and I see, oh, this dot is not on the edge. If you ever have to backtrack, you just press the delete button. Okay, and the delete button will backtrack that one point and delete it, and then you can keep going. So let's say over here, let's say oh my gosh, I went inside my drawing, I gotta backtrack. You just press delete. Easy as that. Okay, this is the nice thing about this tool. I didn't know that before and I would get frustrated. So the delete tool is really helpful, or the delete button, I should say. Okay, so I'm just going around. Oh, I can see I went inside the line there. I'm gonna delete that and try that again. Okay, your your drawing is going to look, oops, delete again. This is the hard part. Your drawing's going to look so much better if you take the time to do this as carefully as you can. Do it one time really carefully so you don't have to do it again and again and again. Do not rush this, especially when the outline is not clear. Okay, so because I got that shadow on the whiteboard, the magnetic lasso tool is able to bounce. Oh, not over there. It went in, so I have to click on my trackpad here to put down the points manually. Okay, actually it's doing a good job right there. Nice. Okay, I'm not clicking the magnetic lasso tool. Oops, it went in. So we'll have to put a manual point in there. Okay, now I'm getting back to my thumb. It's a really amazing tool if you think about it. Okay, if it's not able to recognize certain things, you just have to help the tool by clicking. But it does a pretty good job finding those areas. Wow, look, cool. We are almost done. Going all the way down, going slowly. If you do this fast, you will see that the points don't end up on your outline of your hand. Okay, so clicking down at the bottom here and going all the way across, and when you come to your starting point, you will see a little circle appear next to that tool. Okay, so that means, boom, that the whole object's selected. Okay, and basically what you're going to do after it's all selected and you see the marching ants moving around the outside there, you're just going to go to Edit, Copy. Okay, make sure you go Edit, Copy. That is the end of step 1, and I will show you step 2 in the next video. Thank you. Bye.